I arrived at my father's extravagant retirement celebration just as the murmurs began slicing through the room. There she is, the cold, ungrateful one. The words floated through the crowd like poison. I felt them land on me, heavy and familiar. My stepmother, polished from hair to heels, met my eyes with a smirk. Then, loudly enough for the room to turn, she said, "Security! Escort this disappointment out." I didn't argue. I didn't look back. I simply walked out. Some people think silence is weakness. They've never seen it used as a weapon. Under the warm golden lights outside the venue, I pulled out my phone. 3 taps later, every account they controlled with my name on it was closed. Then I moved my personal $17 million, money I earned on my own, into a private trust they could never touch. By the time I reached my apartment, my phone had exploded with missed calls. By the time I stepped out of the elevator, fists were pounding on my door. But before that night, the betrayal had already been growing roots. Once, my father used to call me his greatest accomplishment. Back then, he didn't need an audience to love me. He didn't treat me like leftover debris from a marriage he'd buried. Then she arrived, my stepmother with her diamond laughter, sweet sympathy, and expert manipulation. She slid herself into his insecurities like she studied them her entire life. And he let her reshape me into a problem he needed to fix. What hurt wasn't his devotion to her. It was how quickly he accepted her version of me. The first red flags were financial. They always are. Accounts I never authorized suddenly had family access. Investment decisions happened without my consent. Emails from Dad became clipped and cautious, as if someone else had written every line. Then I saw the message, screenshotted and quietly forwarded by the only person in that house who still cared about me. She doesn't even know we've already shifted the voting shares. Once she's out, she's out. My father's reply was a simple thumbs up. A thumbs up. That was all I needed to understand what I was to him now. An obstacle. But the pain didn't crush me. It clarified me. I didn't confront them. I didn't beg for explanations. I learned a long time ago, when people decide you're weak, you don't correct them. You let them underestimate you while you prepare. So I hired a forensic accountant. I met with lawyers. I retrieved documents they assumed I couldn't access. They forgot who wrote the original corporate bylaws. They forgot I built half of the company's legal structure. They forgot I wasn't fragile, just quiet. For 2 months, I let them think they had successfully pushed me out. I didn't argue. I didn't challenge a single move. All the while, I collected records of every illegal decision they made in my name. Then, the night of the party, everything was ready. Trust transfers, account freezes, board alerts timed to activate as soon as they touched anything that wasn't theirs. They thought they were removing me from their world. They didn't realize I'd already removed them from mine. Later that night, when I opened my apartment door, they were all standing there, my father red-faced, my stepmother shaking with fury, and 2 cousins who only showed up when there was something to gain. My father demanded, "What did you do?" I kept the door half closed. They didn't deserve more. "You kept pushing," I said softly. So I finally stepped away. My stepmother hissed, "You destroyed everything." "No," I said calmly. I simply stopped carrying what wasn't mine. I watched the moment realization hit them. The frozen accounts, the board notifications, the legal filings already in motion. My father's voice broke. "What happens now?" "You live with what you chose," I told him. Eventually they left, scrambling to salvage their sinking empire. I sat by the window afterward, letting the quiet settle around me. The city hummed below, alive and indifferent. For the first time in years, my chest felt light. They always mistook my silence for surrender. But silence can also be the start of a revolution. And mine ended exactly as it should, with them pounding on my door, and me smiling as I chose not to open it.